Good morning, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. And it is Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, so it is time for coffee and cards. You know the routine. If you're on, give me a shout out, a like or a love. I'm going to share over on the other page while y'all are hopping on. There we go. Found it. How's everybody this morning? Hi, Kirsten. Kirsten, I am so glad you are on because, my friend, you were on the day that I made these two cards and you won these two cards. So if you send me, private message me or whatever, send me your mailing address, I will pop these in the mail to you. Hello, Emmy. Hi, Ashley. Hey, Jerry. Welcome, ladies. How's everybody? There is literally ice on my deck. Yesterday and today, I went out yesterday morning to take pictures of our tree line behind us because it's just beautiful autumn colors. And oh, good. Thank you, Kirsten. And anyway, I was walking across the deck and I had my phone up, so I was taking pictures and I wasn't looking it down. And I stepped on something and it felt squishy. And I thought, oh, what did I step on? And I turned around and I didn't see anything. I kept walking over towards our railing and all of a sudden I was sliding. It was ice. There was a whole bunch of ice on the deck. I'm like, no. It's way too early in the year for this. I mean, I know it's November 4th, but it's still way too early for this. Good morning, Betty and Shirley and Jeannie. How's everybody? Good to see you all this morning. I hope wherever you are, and I know some of you are in much warmer places than we are, but those of us that are in the Pennsylvania and up region, I hope you're staying warm. I actually had to crank the heat up yesterday. I had some friends here and one of them had to get up and get a blanket. So I'm like, well, I guess I better turn the heat up a little bit. Thank you for sharing, ladies. I so appreciate that. Okay. All right. Good morning, Carol. All right. So just a couple of quick. Oh, you're in Rhode Island. Yeah, I bet it is cold up there. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Just a couple of quick housekeeping issues, if you will. There should be, if you're on my email list, there should be a mailer in your email this morning talking about savings in November. I've been a demonstrator for 18 years. I don't ever remember Stampin' Up discounting the starter kit, but that is exactly what they have done for the month of November. So typically you can get $125 in product of your choice for $99. From now until November 30th, you can get it for $75. So that's a $24 savings. Add that to the $26 savings. Now we're at $50 savings and it's free shipping. So that turns, that's like another $12.50. So it is a great deal. Check that email out. Let me know if you have any questions. We'd love to have you on the Stellar Stamper team. You saw the cards that my ladies make. We do lots of fun things together. We have Zoom calls every other month to include our long distance team members. And then we meet in person locally the opposite months and we do all kinds of fun things. So if you have questions, check it out, but it really is a great deal and it's a no risk, no commitment. Hop in, get your toys at a discount, which hello, that's what I did 18 years ago, was planning to get out in 3 months. And here I am 18 years later, sharing everything that I love with all of you. How much better can that get, right? Good morning, Dawn. Thank you for sharing, ladies. Okay, So there's that. Remember, Eden's Garden launched on Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, the 2nd. Can't keep track of the days. As far as I know, everything's still available. I put an order in last night and I could get the paper and the gems. The bundle, the dies and the stamps are carrying over. It's the cotton paper, the designer series specialty paper, and the gems that are while supplies last. So if you're thinking about it, I wouldn't delay, because I don't know how long while supplies last will actually turn out to be. And then paper pumpkin, you still have a few days if you want to get the gift packaging paper pumpkin. This is treat bags and boxes for small gifts. It's going to be so cute. I'm already in love with that snowman. I can't wait. I just can't wait. So I'm looking forward to getting this one. And if you are too, I will put the paper pumpkin link in the description above the video when we're finished here today, along with my gingerbread class, right? So thank you to those of you that have already registered for this class. It is going to be awesome. Again, these are the projects. These are done with the gingerbread and peppermint memories and more cards, and then the memories and more cards and envelopes. So you're going to get everything you need to make at least 2 of each of these 10 different designs. That's 20 cards. Plus you're going to have pieces left over that you can design your own with, right? They are so cute. I've had a few of you have already signed up for it. I went ahead and ordered what I could last night for those folks. The memories and more cards are supposed to be in on November 15th. That's why my registration ends on the 15th, because the minute it closes, I am hoping to be able to order all the rest of the supplies. The ruffled ribbon isn't until December 15th, so we are going to substitute some real red ribbon for this. I think I have enough to cover the folks that have registered already in the ruffled red, and then future demonstrations will, or future registrations will get real red ribbon. But you get the cards, as I said, all the card bases, all the memories and more cards to use as your pieces on your cards. In some cases, you're going to get extra card stock from me. Okay, you've got a fun fold here, and one of these is actually, okay, I can't remember which one I turned into a gift card holder, but one of them is, okay, it's got to be this one. Yep, because I thought this could be a really cute holiday thank you card. Your sugar and spice and everything nice, teacher gift, whatever, and you have a little area in here that you can tuck in a gift card. So how cute is that, right? You don't need, somebody asked me if you need the gingerbread and peppermint bundle, the frosted gingerbread bundle. I did use it in some cases for the greetings and to die cut some images. This guy, but you could fussy cut those and substitute other greetings if you wanted to. So it is an option. You can add it onto your registration on my registration form, but you don't need it. Okay. All right. What I will tell you that you need is, if you don't have a take your pick tool and Tombow liquid glue, because the acrylic shapes come in your kit, these cute little guys. And that is exactly how I applied those. I put a drop of Tombow. I picked up the embellishment with my putty end of my take your pick tool. And I mean, I waited till the very end to put all the embellishments on, and I think I had them done within 2 minutes. So it's definitely the way to go when you're using the acrylic shapes. Okay, and then let's talk about just cards this month, and several of you have already earned that as well with your Eden Gardens purchase. But these are our just cards for November, which we'll be making in December, or will be coming to you in December. So they're so pretty. You've got a couple of Christmas cards. You've got a winter birthday, a winter thank you, and another thank you. I find we need thank you cards more at this time of the year, right? Okay. One last thing. These beautiful cards, these are the cards that we made with Eden's Garden on Sunday night. And I don't know if I saw her hop on, but Shirley Bain is the winner of these cards. So Shirley, if you're on, I need your address. Or if you're watching the replay, I need your address. So let me know and we will get those out to you. All right. enough of that. Let's talk about what we're going to work on today. We're going to work with Reflected in Nature. This is a fantastic masculine set. I'm kind of going to do a beginner's, an intermediary, and an advanced card for you today. And we're going to start with some, it's not monochromatic, but it's a card. Oh, she is here. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Okay. So pretty, right? But I just use browns for this. So I've got some crumb cake and some early espresso, and then our ink is the soft suede. So let me pull that portion out. This is a standalone stamp set. It does not have a die set. I know, well, you asked me if I would do some ideas for you. So that's why I pulled this stamp for this week, Carol. But I do really love it. So we're going to start, as I said, with just this mostly browns, great masculine card. Or, you know, if I have a girlfriend who loves the outdoors, loves going camping, loves cabin life. So it would be perfect for her as well. That is crumb cake, as I mentioned. And then we have some early espresso that's going to go on there. And this is our piece that we're going to stamp our greeting on. Now, I will tell you, you can do this without the tool that I'm about to bring in, but the Stamparatus is going to make your life a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier. There's water on my Stamparatus. That kind of makes me wonder where it came from. Hi, Thelma. Good morning. Good morning. So we are going to start. Make sure I get this lined up where I think I want it. Even though it's a red rubber stamp, I am going to use the magnet, right? Because, slide that just a little bit, try to get that centered somewhat. Just in case it would shift on me while we're stamping, right? It does make things a whole lot easier. You're right. And you can stamp multiples of these really quick once you get it lined up correctly. I can't win. First I went too far left, then I went too far right. Try that. Still looks like it's a little, and it's deceiving right now. You know what? I'm going to leave it right there because the stamp is in further on this side than it is on this side. So we're going to give it a shot. I'm using soft suede on this. I should have brought it with me. I did it in early espresso, but it was really, really dark. But and I don't know if the camera will pick this up or not. The detail in this cabin is amazing, guys. We've got little windows. We've got a balcony off the windows. We've got windows and doors at the base, the overhang roof, and then, of course, the snow laying on top of the cabin and on top of the railings down here at the bottom. It's crazy how well that is detailed. I love the Stamparatus too. We're just going to ink it up with the soft suede, the whole stamp, right? And I'm probably, am I shaking the camera? I apologize if I am. All right, and then, and you can see, right? You can actually probably see the top is actually darker, even though I inked it up evenly, than the bottom. That's the way the stamp is cut. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but it really is, and it's very evident in person. That is the way the stamp is cut. Again, a little bit of a distinctive element to it. Let's not use my hand. Let's grab my handy dandy eraser, right? This is just a whiteboard eraser. It just saves my hand. See what we got. I like it. Look at that. I just love that cabin. I really do. All right. I like that. It's a little bit lighter. Oh, maybe not. No, I like that. I'm going to leave it. Yeah, the cabin's a little bit lighter, but I kind of like it a little bit lighter. So I'm going to leave that just as it is. I am going to bring my chamois in and wipe this off. This is what your chamois will look like after you've given it lots of love, even though you wash it. Wash it. There was my Pennsylvania Dutch coming out, right? Hello, Miss Shirley. Did you hear me say that you won the cards from Sunday night? So if you can IM me or private message me your address, mailing address, I'll pop them in the mail to you. It does, like a sepia photo, right? Absolutely. That's a great comparison. All right, so then I have some of that beautiful faux suede ribbon. I'm going to set this aside for a second. We're going to go ahead and mount this onto our early espresso so that we wrap our ribbon around both pieces. You betcha. You betcha. Thanks for watching. Okay. I'm going to put that right there. So this is a very quick and easy card to create, especially because the stamp set really does the work for you as far as the dark and the light tone. Drop that just a little bit. There we go. But we're always looking for good masculine sets, right? And this makes a great masculine card. I'm being very brave. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm actually mounting this before I stamp my greeting. Let's hope I didn't jinx myself. Okay. Look straight at the bottom, but not at the top. All right, we're going to bring in the greeting that I'm using is Breathe Deep. I have a friend that's going through some stuff, so we're going to send this to him. And we're going to put that right down. You know what? I don't trust it. I just want to make sure it's synced up well. It is. Okay. And then we're just going to add some gold gems to the front. Hi, Marlene. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, like, love, comment, and share the video for me. That's how you get entered into the drawing to win the cards that we're creating today. Oh, no, we want little ones. We don't want the big ones. Ooh, do I have any little ones? Oh, I do. I have a couple left. That's all we need is a couple. So just a little bit of a gold accent there. Yes, yes, Shirley, did me too. That away. And then on the inside, it says take time for you. And boy, we all need that reminder. I know I do for sure. I go at 110 miles an hour most days. All right. So again, we're just keeping everything in the brown tones. I got that straight too. Hey, Connie, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it, guys. It's up there. This just goes. This is not cut to the right size, however, so let's see if we can fix that. Oh, because there was another piece of white in there. There was. Well, it's cut to the right size that way. Or is this? Haha. Okay, well, this card is a little smaller than it's supposed to be. This is 5 1/4, so we're going to cut this down to 5. And that this should still be 4 1/4. Yep. We'll cut this down to 4. We're going to do. Oh, it's already 4, so it was just too long. There we go. All right, so there we go. That is our first one. As I said, that is a real quick and easy and simple card to create. Okay. Oh, good. I see some hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Hearts are always welcome. All right, let me switch out my tote, bring in my next one. So now we're going to do one in almost the same layout. We're just going to add a few things to it. So we're going to give it a embossed background with the bark embossing folder. We're going to do it in 3 tones. There's lots of hearts. Thank you. Hi, Jeannie. Thank you. Thank you. I do this when I don't have a coordinating ribbon. So we used to have this Misty Moonlight ribbon. They retired it this year. So I just took a thin strip of Misty Moonlight cardstock and created that strip across there. So that works out really well for you when you don't have ribbon in the color that you need, right? We've got some metallic pearls on there, and then our tricolors. And then I die cut after I stamp. I put the Stitched with Whimsy around it, and then I hand cut that out because the die doesn't cut it out. It just adds the stitch to the piece. So we're going to go ahead and work on this one. And we've got Smoky Slate as our base. That is a 4 1/4 by 11 that we're scoring at 5 1/2. I did go ahead and emboss. Yes, emboss is the right word. All good, yeah. Emboss the Misty Moonlight piece with the bark embossing folder. This is almost hard to see which side is embossed and which side is debossed. I think you could absolutely use either side. And there's my little strip so it doesn't wander away. Okay, both of my pieces for the inside and the card front are the same. Let's go ahead and put this together so we don't lose this. So this is the bark embossing folder that I use, right? I love this one, but just be conscious of which way you want your bark to go, right? I wanted it to go up and down. If I put my piece in like this, it would be going sideways. So when you're using that, just be conscious of which way you want that to go. The greetings that I use both for the inside and the outside of the card come from the All Squared Away. Happiest of birthdays to you. You are so worth celebrating. I love this little set. It's a lot of fun and it has the coordinating dies. So we're going to use Misty Moonlight. Whenever I have little pieces, I like to get them corralled sooner rather than later because otherwise I end up losing them on my table. And you all have witnessed me do that. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them. It really is fun. It is a great set. It was not a set I was sold on. My girlfriend made a card for swap at our team meeting. And it went a little to the left. And I fell in love with it. So then I had to buy it. Then I had to buy it. And I know that you all have told me I've done that to you a time or two. And every once in a while, it's nice to have a stamp set in your arsenal that is just that, right? And you can get creative with the stamp and not worry about die cuts or that kind of thing. So many scarves. I bet that was supposed to be scraps. Yes, that is a scrap that I used up there. Okay, so we are going to bring back in the Stamparatus. Let me show you how we're going to do this. I think I was lined up right about there. We're going to do this one a little differently since we're going to put that whimsy on. We're going to come over a little bit. I think that'll work. I love the whimsy dies. I just kind of wish that they cut out as well as not, didn't just put the stitching on there, but it also cut out. So we're going to start with Pool Party. And I'm going to ink the whole thing up in Pool Party. We're going to stamp. Why did I put that little eraser away? This really is a great savings for your hand. And there's all kinds of fun ones out there. You can make your own. You can, if you have an old crystal doorknob or a regular old doorknob or whatever, and a piece of block of wood, put a piece of felt on the bottom of the wood, put the door handle on top, you can use that. This was like $2, guys. And it didn't take me any time to put it together. Okay, I've had 2 cups of coffee already this morning, so I get it. Okay, so we have that. We have our beautiful reflective portion. Now I'm going to take the Misty Moonlight, and I'm just going to do the top portion. And I'm going right over the Pool Party. We're working lightest to darkest, so we're not contaminating anything, right? So I've got that. Now I did come down a little bit there, and I have baby wipes laying here. So let me grab one of those so I can carefully try to remove the ink that came down a little bit too far. And I'm okay if there's a little bit of it there, because it just helps to blend the two together, but I don't want a whole lot of it. And we're gonna, so this is great because the Stamparatus kept everything in place for me, even as I was moving it around to wipe off that ink. Okay. How about that? Isn't that cool? And we're going to do one more layer. We're going to add some Night of Navy at the very, very top. Again, the detail in that cabin is amazing. It literally is amazing. And again, I don't need to worry about going over the Misty Moonlight because the Night of Navy is a bit darker. And it's hard to see on camera, the change between the Misty Moonlight and the Night of Navy, but in person you can see it better. There we go. So there is our 3-tone image. What I did with my chamois, but you know what, baby wipe works too. We'll clean that up because we have one more card we're going to do then. Okay, so let me pull out the whimsy dies. This is what we're working towards. And I think it was this second largest one that I used. Yes. All right, so I'm going to run that through the die cutting machine. And it is tight to the edge, but that's okay. I am going to give it just a little bit of height at the top. So I'm going to keep it a little higher than the image. So we have a little bit of white around the top, but the sides are going to be pretty tight. But I'm okay with that. And it doesn't matter how many times I use these dies. Every time I pull this off, I expect it to not still be attached, and it is. That's when your brain just plays tricks on you. All right, so let me grab a pair of snips and take my glasses off so I can actually see what I'm doing. And we're just going to trim this out. So I'm just following those stitched lines around. And I try to do the corners. I try to move the paper rather than the scissors so that I get a better rounded shape. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't so much. I hate when I have to move my scissors off the paper because then sometimes it's trickier to get it realigned, right? There we go. So that's all there is to cutting that out. It's pretty easy because you have those stitch lines to follow right along. Now, this I'm going to mount flat. I'm just going to put the greeting up on dimensionals when the time comes. And I don't have to worry about remembering to wrap my ribbon because it's just a piece of cardstock. Just right here. Grab a silicone pad, hopefully. I've been using them a lot at my design station, so I wasn't sure I actually had one there. And we're going to put that down here. This is going to go up on dimensionals. I know that's odd. I put 3 on there. That's because I forgot I didn't want to go right onto the cardstock. I wanted to. There we go. And then we're going to grab those metallic dots. Add some bling to our card. Hi, Sharon. Thank you. No, it is in the mini catalog, Marlene. Towards the back. Oh, there. Ashley got you. It's on page 60 in the holiday mini or the July to December mini. It's always going to be the holiday mini to me because seriously, guys, what's in that catalog? Isn't it holiday stuff? Holiday goodness? We'll do the same thing over here so that we balance it out. This is somebody you really like because you're giving them 6 pearls on here, but you get a ton of the pearls and the metallic pearls. This is another one of those embellishments that's really a good value, but I think it gets overlooked. So you get silver and gold in here. And you know, right now, although I think they're back in, but they're low inventory already, the brushed metallic dots that are adhesive X dots that are in the mini catalog had been out of stock for so long. These are a great substitute. They're a little bit smaller, but you still have the silver and gold. You just don't have the copper. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So did I put it inside in this one? Because I did. And I have the stamp set. Oh, there it is. But I don't have the paper. Oh, gold gem, anyone? All right, so we're going to stamp that inside in the Misty Moonlight as well, just so we're consistent. Okay. The only thing is there's not a lot, well, there's really actually only one small stamp in the set that could be used as an accent, and that is our eagle. So there's not a lot to decorate the inside of your card with this set, right? So you can pull other images in with it if you like. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a hidden gem in there, guys. So there is project number 2. Okay. All right, last one. And I think you're gonna like this one. I know, I am too, Thelma. It's probably my favorite blue right now. So this one, we are really going to step up. We're going to do a blended background in balmy blue. We've got the evergreen elegance trees here, stamped in mossy meadow. We're going to do a two-tone and then add some highlights in the window so it looks like the lights are shining. Oh, thank you. And then we're going to put our eagle up in the sky. Of course, this is going to be two-tone as well. And what the camera is probably not picking up for you is I put a ton of Winkostella on the snow and then on the water lines through the reflection. Well, actually any of the white in the water. Okay, so here we go. Now I did do some of it in advance. I did all the trees and the fussy cutting. There's no die for those. And I fussy cut the eagle. That would be the only die I wish we had in the set. Mossy Meadow is our card base. I haven't used Mossy Meadow a lot this season. I'm always driven by what is our designer paper colors, right? And I think the only one we have Mossy Meadow in is the Sweet Stockings. I might be wrong, but I feel like that might be the only holiday. Oh, thank you, Emmy. Yeah, I had fun making this one. So we're going to use this piece, I think. Is that my larger piece? Nope. We're going to use my larger piece just to stamp this, because as you can see, I trimmed it out. And again, even though it's red rubber, I just like to hold it in place. And it doesn't really matter where on here I stamp that as long as the whole image is on the paper, because I'm going to trim it out. Hi, Carol. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Did I clean that the last time? Anybody remember? Let's just be careful here and take care of that. Just in case. There we go. So we're using Sahara Sand for the top portion. And we're going back to that balmy blue, right? No, not balmy blue, Pool Party. Balmy blue is the sky that we're going to blend on. So we're going to start with the bottom image. We're going to ink that up with the Pool Party again. Okay. This just saves my hand. I love it. See how that looks. And I'm gonna do a little bit more. Just want it a little bit darker, not a lot. Yeah, I like that. And then we're gonna do the Sahara Sand on the top. Yeah, well, I just use the Stampin' cases. We sell those in the catalog. I forget, I think you get 4 or 5 in a pack. And so that's what I use to keep my chamois in. Now we're going to do the top in the Sahara Sand. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay. Close this up before I put my hand in it, which we all know I would do. And we'll put the Stamparatus away for now, because that's going to be our last project. I'm going to color it while it's sitting here. It's just easier for me to do it that way. And I'm using Daffodil Delight and Early Espresso watercolor pencils. Blends and markers are too heavy, if you will, too much for this project. So you're probably going to see my head in the camera, and I apologize for that. I'm just going to put some of the daffodil in the windows. It's very subtle, which is what I want, because this cabin is supposedly sitting at a distance from us, right? So we just want a little bit of light shining through those windows. And there's a little bit of a window at the very top of the door, so we'll put some there as well. And then I just wanted to darken up the shaker siding, if you will, right? So I just lightly went over that with some of the early espresso pencil at the top and down here at the bottom too. As I said, the detail on here is amazing. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to leave the fencing alone, or the balcony or whatever you want to call that across there. I just wanted to add a little bit of more depth. Come back here and pick up the siding back here too, to the cabin. Okay. All right. So we have that done. We are going to grab a Wink of Stella. And we're going to add shimmer through our water. You want to be careful that you stay where the opening is in the water. Otherwise, you will pull the pool party through. I know you can't see this effect on the camera, but it really is very, very sparkly. This was a brand new Wink of Stella, so it had lots and lots of sparkle. Some of my Wink of Stellas are well loved and used, so they don't sparkle quite as much anymore. We used to be able to fill them with our shimmer paint, but they retired our shimmer paint again. So I have hopes it'll be back again someday. I'm going to put some on where the snow is laying on the roof line and the peak as well. I feel like I did this, but I can see it on the, there we go. So pretty. All right, so once more, we're going to trim that out real quick with our scissors. I probably should have done these in advance and then just showed you one and trimmed it out. Thank you, Thelma. I'm just going to leave a small white border the whole way around. Well, there you go. It'll be perfect for you then. Brand new Wink of Stellas. It's like opening up a brand new Versamark, and it's pristine, and the foam is pure. It's not discolored with the inks. Oh my. It's the crazy things that excite us, right? This is at least a very easy fussy cut, right? All right, so now we're going to bring in our other piece. Make sure this is the right size before I get crazy here. We're going to sponge in our background, and for that I'm going to use Balmy Blue. Uh-oh, oh, I see my eagle. I thought he flew away. And again, I always start out very light because I can always go back in and add more, but I can't take it away, right? Oh my goodness, you're moving to Japan? Wow, Dawn. That's pretty cool. And I think that looks pretty good. You know, like fussy cutting. I know, but that's pretty easy. It's pretty much straight lines. So you'll be fine. This is going to get mounted flat over to the one side so we have room for our trees. Our tallest tree is going to go back here flat as well, and then we'll pop up the other two for dimension and depth. That's a long way away, though. You're gonna miss your grandbabies. Ah, it's stuck down before I wanted it to. These trees, I think, are perfect with this set. They're my favorite trees right now, too. And then the eagle, I'm just gonna put on with some adhesive. You maybe could put, you know what? Let's make him a little tall too, or a little, give him a little depth and dimension. If I have any minis, and I do, we're gonna put a mini on the back of him. So we're gonna cut the mini to put it on the back of him. I was thinking it would fit, but not quite. Yeah, not with my fat fingers. Not on these, I don't. But I can maybe do something. We'll see. Okay. I mean, again, they're pretty straightforward. This card base is 5.5 by 8.5 with a 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 layer, and then a 5 1/4 by 4 layer. And everything else is die cutting or fussy cutting in this case. Let's grab. Now this one, guys, I didn't put a greeting. Oh my, well, that's good. That's gonna be the back side. I didn't put a greeting on the front, and I'm actually not putting a greeting on the inside right now. This could be so many different styles of cards. Right? You could turn that into a birthday card. It could even be a Christmas card. It could be anything that you want to make it, a thinking of you card. So I left it blank because every once in a while I go and I don't have the exact right card because I've already put all my greetings in it. So this way I have the option, right? So there we go. So that one, and that one. Carol, did I give you some ideas? Hopefully you like those guys. They were a lot of fun to make, I have to tell you. Which one's your favorite? I'm curious. Let's get away card. Perfect, Shirley. Yeah, absolutely. Could be an anniversary card for your husband, right? I mean, it's a very versatile design, I think. So I think you guys really like these. I'm so glad. Like I said, I had a lot of fun playing with them. I don't know which one's my favorite, to be honest with you. I like all of them. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, it is fun. And hopefully I've enticed you to, if you don't already own the set, maybe add it to an order, right? Don't forget, there's my hostess code for November and you can get those just cards. I think you have to add a little something to this though. The last one, yeah, that one is pretty too. All right, guys. Hey, take care. Thanks so much. I will be back Sunday night at 8 for Come Stamp Along with me. And there'll be a Freebie Friday in your inbox tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy that as well. Take care. Have a great weekend until I see you Sunday night. Bye.